closer look. Today we're going to talk about the 10 advantages that you get with a computer to screen system like the Goccopro. Number one advantage is going to be a chemical free. There's no emulsion, there's no chemicals, and you generate zero wastewater. So extremely eco-friendly. So you can see here we have just the thermal mesh attached to the screen, and it's stretched. There's no glue on there, and then the thermal printer actually burns the image into the screen. Second advantage is perfect screens are as simple as hitting print. It doesn't matter if you're doing a vector or a high resolution, like here 80 LPI halftone, every screen is perfect. It eliminates, minimizes the variables that you have in creating screens. Number three is going to be less floor space. You can see the printer takes up approximately 3 foot by 4 foot area. We don't need areas for coating, exposing, developing, washout. We don't need an inkjet printer. We don't need an exposing unit, washout boost, chemicals, emulsion, scrub pads, any of that. We need an electric screwdriver, we need the special mesh, and the retentionable screen. And number four advantage is going to be speeding up production. Turnaround time, 10 minutes. We have another video on our YouTube channel from on press with ink in the screen to back on press with a new image, new one color image in the screen in 10 minutes. Drastically speeds up the production process compared to a 3-hour loop. By the time you reclaim the screen dries, you coat it, it dries, you expose it, it dries, you tape it up, and it drastically shuts down. Shortens your production loop, especially for short run productivity, drastically will increase your production rate. So we're on number five. And number five is going to be actually in reference to our print quality. It's not uncommon for people to struggle keeping sharp edges to a vector image or crisp dots on a halftone. This makes it much easier because the screens are perfect every time. There won't be pixelization, overexposing, under developing. The screens give you a nice, sharp, crisp edge to your print. Number six is going to be also referenced to print related. The smoothness of the print. As you can see here, not only do we have extreme resolution in the BART, even in here into the dial, anything else, that is a one color print, black ink on a white shirt on here. You get smoothness of the print because your EOM, even though there's no emulsion, we're still referred to as EOM, it's our stencil thickness. That polyester film is precise. So we have no variance in our stencil thickness, and that allows us to minimize the variance in our ink deposit. Being the same across the entire makes achieving a smooth surface print easier than with conventional. Number seven in our list of advantages to a computer to screen system is going to be registration. The system prints the registration marks in the exact same place on every screen. So if you were using a pre-registration system on your press, locking the screens in, it gets you very, very close, drastically speeds up production time. Matter of fact, Goccopro has now come out. They are testing their own version of a pre-registration system that would actually work with the printer as well as locking it onto your press. Number eight is going to be print variance. Since every screen we stretch with new mesh each time by using the adjustable screws in the side to pull the drawbar. Each and every screen is going to be in the 25 to 30 Newton range. We have minimal mesh fluctuation movement, very crisp, clean prints. We get minimal variance from print to print. We print this job today, and we come back and we reprint it a year later. We don't have to worry about the mesh having relaxed and having any difference in that. Very easy to maintain print consistency from job to job. Number 9 is going to be cost effective. You're looking at, for a 20 by 24 screen, $10 to $15 to make a photo screen in 10 minutes. Now remember that you don't have emulsion, you don't have chemicals, you don't have labor on that. So it is actually a cost savings. Most people figure that it costs about $25 to complete this entire cycle. By the time you figure labor, floor space, utilities, consumables to make a photo screen versus a computer to screen. Number 10, our last advantage is going to be learning curve. Using the Goccopro system, the learning curve is going to be down to days or weeks versus months or even years if you're trying to do 60 LPI, 80 LPI consistently. The skill level on that does take much longer on a conventional method. Here, you have to be able to lock the mesh in, use an electric screwdriver to tighten the mesh where it doesn't pop and tear, and load the system in, close the lid, and hit print on your printer. The print head moves and produces a beautiful screen every time, on press, back on press in 10 minutes. If you'd like to see the Goccopro in action, it's in our Atlanta showroom. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like or share, and as always, thanks for watching.